For practice at 16.6 has two consecutives, we're asked to write a method has two consecutives that returns whether or not a list of integers has two adjacent numbers that are consecutive integers. True if the pair exists and false otherwise. We're given an example here. We are shown that this should return true and this should return false. And this returns true because we have the order 7 and 8. And in this order, and in this example, we don't have anything that is in order. In our method, we can write that our previous plus 1 must equal our current value for it to be true, and otherwise it will be false. With that in mind, we can start. So we're going to have a public boolean because it's returning true or false, and it's going to be called toConsecutive. And it has no parameters. We can assume that if our front is equal to null, there's nothing in here, so we're just returning false. Now we have to store the previous value and the current value so we can compare them. So we're going to have list node prev is equal to front, and we have list node current is equal to prev.next. We want to go through our entire list to compare things, so we're going to have a while loop, and we're going to have while current does not equal null. We are going to have an if statement in here, and in our if statement we're comparing these. We're going to say prev.data, so this gets the value, plus 1, like we said, is equal to current.data, so we're comparing the values. If this is true, we are going to return true, because we only need it to happen once, 7 and 8. And then we're just going to break out of this, and then we're just going to return from here. If it's not true, we're going to have to keep going, and we'll say prev is equal to current, and our current is equal to prev.next, or current.next. This way we can keep iterating through our list and checking if our prev.data plus 1 is equal to our current.data. If we break out of our loop without returning true, we are just going to return false. So in here, we have to write our return to be false, closing brace, and submit. It is called has two consecutive, not two consecutive. So if we change this to the correct title, we can submit it and pass the tests.